Hello, today we're going to be looking at the basic functions of the Conserver Checker monitoring software. When you start the program, you'll be at the home screen. This is the primary screen where all the information will be collected and displayed. If we select the Chart Options button, this takes us to the other screen that you can access. This is where you can customize the way the graph interface appears on the home screen. You can select different axes for each of the parameters that we'll be plotting. There are 3 axes that parameters can be tied to. One y-axis on the left side of the chart and 2 more on the right side. For each parameter that you're plotting, you can choose the color from a preset list in the drop-down, or can choose a custom color from the color picker. Once you have picked the color that you want, click Set Color for whichever parameter you want to apply that custom color to. Once you have made all of the changes you want, you can either select Save and Exit to save those settings, or if you don't want to save the changes, simply click the Discard and Exit button. Both of these selections will take you back to the home screen. On the lower left-hand side of our home screen, we have our data logging settings. The data logging will create a CSV file of the values that we're collecting from this device. You can select a file to append data to, or you can create a new file. If you create a new file, you have the option to add a header to the top line of that file. We will use a new file here so we can put in some sample text and then select New File. This will open the file directory where we can name the file and also choose where we want to save it. At the top of the screen, we have the list of available devices that we can connect to. If the device that you're looking for is not there, you can click the Disconnect button and that will rescan for Bluetooth devices that were not available when it originally scanned. When you first click this button, some recently found devices may show up that are no longer available, but they will disappear within a couple of seconds. Once your device appears here, select the device you want to connect to, and then click Connect. Once the device is connected, you will get the serial number displayed here, and also the text in this box will display Device Connected. Once the program starts receiving data from the checker, it will display the most recently measured values in this box. Below this box, we have the selection for the breath rate setting and number of values to average. The breath rate setting will allow you to read the setting that is currently set on the checker and also adjust the breath rate that you want to use to trigger your device. If you change the breath rate on the device, the new setting will automatically update here. You can also use this to update the checker by entering the desired breath rate and clicking the Set button. This value can be set from 10 to 40 breaths per minute. The number of points to average can be set from 1 to 50 and can be adjusted by either typing in the number in this box or by using the plus and minus buttons to adjust the value. The average values will be displayed in the section below this box. At the bottom of this section, where we display the average breath rate, we will also be checking to see if the actual breath rate of the device is within the target range for what we have set. If this is more than 1.5 breaths per minute off from our set point, you will get a red box around that value to indicate that you're not triggering at the target breath rate. At the top of the chart, we have a legend showing the color for each of the 5 parameters, as well as a checkbox to enable or disable the display of that parameter. If you disable one of the parameters, that data will still be collected and stored in the data logging file and can be redisplayed by rechecking the box. At the bottom of the window, we have the settings to change the limits on our graph. You can also set the maximum and minimum values for each of the y-axes and then apply these changes by clicking the Set button. We can also adjust the maximum number of data points to plot. If you have this set too high, it can cause issues with the PC bogging down because of the amount of data it is trying to manage. So we recommend setting this to 500 data points or fewer. Much more than 1,000 points and you will tend to have issues with the software freezing or not responding well. While the device is connected, if the unit switches from a pulse setting to a continuous flow setting, the graph will automatically update. It will also return back to pulse values when the unit is switched back to a pulse setting. This concludes the basic software functions. We will look in detail at the data logging and device testing features in our second video.